The Bite Check.
Hi, on today's episode of The Bite Check, we're going to be talking about red flags to look for when looking for a job in a dental office.
We're your hosts. Welcome to The Bite Check. My name is Malia.
And I'm Lynn. And first, before we get started in talking about the red flags, we want to say thank you
to all of our subscribers, comments, likes on our YouTube channel.
Yes, with just our first episode, and so far we've released one episode,
yes.
And then we've had a couple of shorts, and with a combination of everything, we've got over 1,000 views in a week. So
less than a week. We posted on Monday, and today's Saturday. So what is that? 5 days. Apparently, I'm really not good at math. Count. Anyway, thank you for following us on YouTube, watching, subscribing, commenting. We do have some social medias. We are on TikTok at the Bite Check Pod. We are on Facebook, same name, and Instagram.
All right. So today's topic is red flags to look for when looking for a job in a dental office.
All right. I actually have a personal story about this because I lied to you guys in the last episode. I did go and work for a different office, but I don't really count it because it was like a year and I got fired.
Okay, wait a minute. Well, and technically it wasn't a lie.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a lie.
Because she did start off with our office, but then she thought the grass was greener on the other side, outside of my better judgment, and I kept telling her, you don't want to leave this office.
And it was a giant red flag because when I was, telling everybody at work that I was leaving and where I was going had this red flag. Now, the red flag, what was it? Their wife was the office manager. Red flag number one.
And, now because we have such amazing bosses, I would have definitely agreed with you about that.
Yeah, but they're not. She's not the office manager.
That's true.
I think it's
she's higher than the office manager. She signs the office managers. Well, we don't technically have an office manager, but she would be higher than the office manager.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I think it's more of a red flag when the husband is the dentist, and the wife is the office manager.
That's true. I get it.
Yeah,
I can
because
hear that,
they're like, I don't know. To me, that's just more of a red flag. If the wife's the dentist, that's not a red flag. Maybe because that's how our office is set up, and she's not a red flag. But
yeah, well, because actually before our bosses came to our office, because we there was a different dentist that owned the practice and sold it to our bosses, and when I found out that it was going to be a husband and wife team, I actually was like, okay, I'm moving on.
Time to find a new job, peace.
Because, I've been in the industry for a long time. And typically when you have a husband and wife that work in the same office, it can be a little... It can be a red flag.
Yeah.
However, in our situation,
it's
not an issue at all. And I'm so thankful that I actually stuck around to find that out, because I was ready to jump ship before I even gave it a chance.
Yeah. Our office is, we're unique in more ways than one, and that is one of them. That we're not a red flag. At least I don't think we are. I don't think we are. Maybe we are. I don't know.
And I guess red flag number 2 would be high turnover.
Yes, high turnover is a huge red flag. If you are on Indeed and this particular office, whatever office it is, has a new ad out for a hygienist, a dental assistant, associate, a front desk every 6 weeks, that's a red flag.
I would say so.
And because why do you have such a high turnover rate? That's the question. There's a lot of bad offices out there, and it takes most people a lot of trial and error when looking for a job to find a right office, and some people never do. So what is a green flag when looking for a dental office?
A green flag is, I guess, would be just the opposite of the one I just said, longevity in staff. So longevity in staff would be a green flag. And I would say if the dentist, comes off with good vibes, because I believe in anything, not just the dental office, it always starts at the top.
It trickles down.
Absolutely. And I think that's why we have such a wonderful office because we literally do have wonderful bosses. And because I've worked, like I said, I've been in this field a really, really long time, and I've worked in offices where the dentist is literally a psycho.
Yeah, okay, wait. I have to say this. So I was on TikTok or Instagram, I don't know, one of the two. Anyway, and I saw this video of this girl saying that she was a dental assistant like 25 years ago or whatever. They were doing a root canal, and the dentist took the file. She handed him a file. It was the wrong file. Took the file and stabbed it in her hand in the middle of the procedure.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Is that real? I don't know. Is that fake? I don't know. But I have heard of crazy stories. I don't know if it happens so much anymore.
Yeah.
But we're like, dentists would like throw an instrument at you.
I have heard of that, and I've known dentists. I have not had an instrument thrown at me, and I've been told that probably because I give off the vibe that I'm probably going to throw it back.
See, that's how I would probably throw it back. Like,
I guarantee you I'm going to throw it back.
I'm not a dog. I'm not going to fetch, okay?
We're going to have problems
I'm not
if you
doing
throw something
this.
at me.
You know what? No way. And but the other thing to that is, why do you put up with that? I guess you don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation,
Absolutely.
right? So
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and judge.
Right, absolutely. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It has to be, and sometimes too, it has to just be a good fit. Like,
yeah,
because personalities have to gel. Like, it doesn't mean that you're not a good person.
Yeah.
Or they're not good people. It just might mean that particular group of people
just isn't for you.
Gonna work for you. Yeah.
It's a relationship. At the end of the day, it is a relationship. It is just a job too. You work there 8 to 10 hours a day and you come home. It has to be a healthy, happy environment. I don't want to stay somewhere for 10 hours a day. That sucks.
Right.
Why would I do that?
Right. And also too, I would think a huge red flag would be if one of the employees of the practice, while you're doing your interview, if they kind of say something weird like, hey, you got to watch out for that person, or because I've had that happen before. But here this is a situation that I did a lot of temping when my older boys were younger, because they
that's
were
tough.
really,
I don't know if I could do that.
Actually, I actually loved it, and I think that's what makes me such so good at what I'm doing right now, because I had so much exposure. But the older boys were really active in sports, so temping allowed me to work when I wanted to work.
Yeah, you make your own schedule. That is
exactly.
true.
And I worked as much as I wanted to, and I didn't work when I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I went to this one office, and this was a crazy red flag. Because as a matter of fact, I even called my friend Nikki to have her pray with me, because I was so concerned about what was going on in this office. But the dentist, no, seriously, the dentist called me into her office and pulled out tarot cards. And I am a Christian. And I was like, this was a really long time ago, like probably about 15, 20 years. Yeah, probably like 15, 20 years ago. But she pulled out tarot cards and was reading. And basically she was saying that these cards were reading that I was going to do well in her office.
Wait, that's a new one. You have such a high turnover rate. You have to convince the person to stay by giving them a good tarot card reading.
Yeah, but she ended up later being in the news for doing some really crazy stuff.
Really?
It was I'm telling you, it was really, really, it was a red flag. I didn't want to, and I even told the agency that would send me to these different offices. I even told them, if I were you guys, I wouldn't send anybody back to that office, because that was the only time in my career that I actually ever been like totally weirded out.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked for different dentists, and there was an office in Seattle I temped at where the doctor didn't talk he didn't talk to anybody except for one person. And so, and I was trying to ask him a question, and he just kind of went like, and I was like, wow.
Wait, I thought of the best idea. What would be so fun would be like, You know, instead of like undercover like cop, you go undercover dental assistant. And you like go to these offices and like try them out.
Seriously.
And like then get the scoop. I think I'm onto something. I'm trademarking that. Don't take it.
Right. See, I don't know. I kind of already done that because I for so many years I was doing the little temping thing. So I went to so many different offices all over the Puget Sound. I worked in a lot of offices in the Puget Sound. One year, I had 37 W-2 forms.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a tax nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, doing taxes, it made it a little, time consuming, but it was fun actually because I learned a lot.
Yeah,
working with different
you do
people.
get different
Yeah,
skills.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know it's part of why I'm so good at what I do because I'm very, very good at what I do, and I'm okay saying that.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for tuning into this week's episode. Drop your comments below of what your red flags or what your green flags are, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.
And follow us on social media. Bye, guys.
Bye.